नमो गणपतये नमः प्रथमपदये नमस्तेस्तु लंबोदराय कदंताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः। विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुराप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगदिताय नागाननाय श्रुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ भगवते श्रीगणपतये नमः। ओं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। भगवते श्री परब्रह्मणे श्री परमात्मने श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। अनेन पूजनेन श्री गणपति सहितस्य भगवते श्री कृष्ण देवता प्रियंताम नमः। बोलिए गणपति भगवान की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। अध वरुण देवता पूजनम। ओम वरुणस्योदम मनमसि वरुणस्कंभ सर्जनिस्तो वरुणसरित सदन्यसे वरुणसरित सदनमसि वरुणसरित सदनमासेद। ओम कलशस्य मुखे विष्णु कंठे रुद्र समाश्रिता मूले तस्थस्थितो ब्रह्मा मध्यमा त्रिगणा स्मृता कुक्षौ तु सागरा सप्त सप्त द्वीपा च मेदिनी अर्जुनी गोमती चैव चंद्रभागा सरस्वती। ये ऋग्वेदोऽथ यजुर्वेद सामवेद दर्पणा अंगैश्च सहिता सर्वे कलशं तु समाश्रिता। ओम पाद्रपाद्यं समर्पयामि हस्तवर्ग्यं समर्पयामि मुखे आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि सर्वांगे स्नानं जलं समर्पयामि। भगवते वरुणाय अपां पतये नमः। पाद्रपाद्यं हस्तवर्ग्यं मुखे आचमनीयं सर्वांगे स्नानं जलं समर्पयामि। पंचामृत स्नानम्। ओम पंचनद्यः सरस्वतीमपि अन्ति सस्रौतसः सरस्वती तु पंचदासो देशे भवसरेद पंचामृतमयानेतां पयोदधिकृतां मधो शर्करात् समायुक्तं स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां वस्त्रोपवस्त्रम्। ओं युवासुवासा परिवीताकाशौ श्रेयान् भवति जायमानतं धीरास्कवयोन्यन्ति स्वाध्यो मनसा देवयन्त वस्त्रोपवस्त्राणि समर्पयामि। रक्तसूत्रखण्डद्वयं समर्पयामि। चंदनानुलेपनम्। ओम त्वांगंधर्वाखनस्तामिन्द्रस्ताव्रियस्वती त्वामोखदे सोमराज विद्वानक्ष्मादमुच्यत। श्रीखंडं चंदनं दिव्यां गंधाढ्यं सुमनोहरं विलेपनं सुराश्रेष्ठां चंदनं प्रतिगृह्यतां। चंदनानुलेपनानान्ते कुङ्कुमं समर्पयामि। अक्षतान् समर्पयामि। अक्षतान्ते नाम मंत्र द्वारा पुष्पार्चनम। ओम वरुणाय नमः। ओम प्रचितसे नमः। ओम स्वरूपिणे नमः। ओम अपांपतये नमः। ओम मकरवाहनाय नमः। ओम जलाधिपतये नमः। ओम पाशस्ताय नमः। ओम अनर्कमणिभूषणाय नमः। ओम वरुणाय नमः। ओम नानाविध परिमल पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। बम वरुणाय अपांपतये नमः। धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। ओम धूरस्य धुर्वधुर्वंजं धुर्वदं जोस्मान् धुर्वतितं धुर्वजं वयं धुर्वामः देवानां शिवनितमगुं सस्नितमं प्रथमजुष्टतमं देवहूतमं धूपमाघ्रापयामि। प्रत्यक्षदीपं सन्दर्शयामि। ओं चन्द्रमा मनसो जातजोः सूर्यो जायत श्रोत्राद्वायुः प्राणस्य मुखादग्निरजायत। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। प्रत्यक्षदीपं सन्दर्शयामि। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ओम नाभ्या आसेदन्तरिक्षगुं श्रेष्ठोर्द्यौः समवर्तता पद्भ्यां भो निर्देशाः श्रोत्रान् तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि। मुक्षुद्यार्ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि। ताम्बूल। ओम यत्पुरुषेण विखादेवाय नमः तन्वत वसन्तो शासिराजङ्ग्रेख्मैद्मः शरद्भवेः। भगवते श्रीवरुणाय अपांपतये सांगाय सपरिवाराय सशक्तिकाय नमः। ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि। आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि। प्राणाय स्वाहा पनाय स्वाहा व्यानाय स्वाहा उदनाय स्वाहा समनाय स्वाहा मध्यमति पानीयम् आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि। द्रव्यदक्षिणां हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासेद सदाधारप्रतिविद्यामुते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि भगवते वरुणाय अपां पतये नमः। कर्पूरार्तिक्यं कर्पूरगौरां करुणावतारां संसारसारां भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तां हृदयारविन्दे भवां भवानी सहितां नमामि। भगवते वरुणाय पाम्पतये नमः। कर्पूरार्तिक्यं समर्पयामि जलेन शीतलीकरणं प्रार्थनाम्। ॐ देवदानव संवादे मध्यमाने महोदधौ उत्पन्नोऽसि तदा कुम्भ विधृतो विष्णुना स्वयं तत्त्वय सर्वतीर्थानि देवा सर्वे त्वयि स्थिता त्वयि तिष्ठन्ति भूतानि त्वयि प्राणप्रतिष्ठिता शिव स्वयं त्वमेवासि विष्णुस्त्वं च प्रजापते आदित्यवशुभो रुद्रा विश्वदेवा सपैत्रिकाः त्वयि तिष्ठन्ति सर्वेऽपि यतः कामफलप्रदा त्वत्प्रसादामिमं यज्ञं कर्तुमिह जलोद्भवा सान्निध्यं कुरु मे देव प्रसन्नो भव सर्वदा। नमो नमस्ते स्फटिकाप्रभाय सुश्वेतहाराय सुमङ्गलाय सुपासहस्ताय जशासनाय जलाधिनाथाय नमो नमस्ते। वरुणाय अपाम्पतये नमः। सांगाय सपरिवाराय सशक्तिकाय नमः। आदिदेवताभ्यो नमः। प्रत्यादिदेवताभ्यो नमः। इष्टदेवताभ्यो नमः। कुलदेवताभ्यो नमः। ग्रामदेवताभ्यो नमः। समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः। अपाम्पतये नमः। बोलिए वरुणदेव भगवान की जय। अकल्पयन्न भगवते श्री परब्रह्मणे श्री कृष्णाय नमः। वाङ्मय स्वरूपाय नमः। जय हो गोपाल जी महाराज। बोलिए भागवत भगवान की जय। हरि ओम ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियाणान्त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधीनान्त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे वसो मम आहमजानि गर्भधमा त्वमजासि गर्भधमा। ओम गौरी गणेशाय नमः। भगवते श्री गंगणपतये नमः। गौर्यै नमः। ओम वरुणस्योतं नमः शिवरुणसस्कम्बसर्जनिस्तो वरुणसरितसदन्य श्रीवरुणसरितसदनमासेद। ओम बं वरुणाय नमः। ओंकारबिन्दुसंयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव। ओंकाराय नमः। ब्रह्मा विष्णुआदि समस्त पंचोंकार देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम कृष्णेन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशेन मृतं मर्त्यं चैरण्येन सवितार्थेन देवो जातिर्भुवनानि पश्यन्। ओम सूर्याय नमः। चंद्रमस्यै नमः। भौमाय नमः। बुधाय नमः। बृहस्पतये नमः। शुक्राय नमः। शनिश्चराय नमः। राहवे नमः। केतवे नमः। सर्वे ग्रहाय नमः। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाशविर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैतुष्टुवागुं त्वनोभिर्वसेमहि देवहितं जदायोः। भगवते भद्रपीठस्थदेवताभ्यो नमः। गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। गंगणपति चंदन अक्षत एंड कुमकुम फ्लावर everybody. Yeah. No, put one flower, no? गंधक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि भगवते श्री भद्रतपीष्टदेवताभ्यो नमः। ओम गंगणपतये नमः। श्रियै भगवत्यै नमः। ओम नमो देव्ये महादेव्यै शिवाय सततं नमो वृद्धभद्राय नियतामृतां सुदां भगवते श्री गौरी गणेश सहिताय समस्त देवताभ्यो नमः। षोडशमातर्यै नमः। गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। ओम धूरसि धुर्वधुर्वञ्जं धुर्वतं यस्मान् धुर्वतितं धुर्वजं वयं धुर्वामः। देवानामशिवनितमगुंसस्नितमं बभृतमं ज्येष्ठतमं देवहूतमं धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। प्रत्यक्षदीपं संदर्शयामि। फर्स्ट धूप माताजी, देन प्रसाद। ओम धूरसि धुर्वधुर्वञ्जं धुर्वदं यस्मान् धुर्वतितं धुर्वजं वयं धुर्वामः। देवानामशिवनितमगुंसस्नितमं बभृतमं ज्येष्ठतमं देवहूतमं धूपमाग्रापयामि। प्रत्यक्षदीपं संदर्शयामि। चंद्रमा मनसो जातक्षजोः सूर्यो जायत। श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणस्य मुखादग्निरजायत। भगवते श्रीभद्रस्तपीठदेवताभ्यो नमः। गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। प्रत्यक्षदीपं संदर्शयामि। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ओम नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुं श्रेष्ठोर्देवः समवर्तत पद्याम्भो मृतिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। द्रव्यदक्ष ओम नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुं श्रेष्ठोर्देवः समवर्तत पद्याम्भो मृतिसहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्। ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि। यत्पुरुषैणः विखा देवाजनमतन्वतावसन्तोषासिराज्यं गृह्मैद्मः शरद्भवेः। भगवते श्री भद्रस्तपीठदेवताभ्यो नमः। नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः। मातृका देवताभ्यो नमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकाशिरसदाधार पृथ्वीविद्यामते मां कस्मै देवाय हविखा विदेमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। भगवते समस्त देवताभ्यो नमः। राधा कृष्ण फर्स्ट गणेश जी, राधा कृष्ण, हनुमान जी। नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यस्सवो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यस्सवो नमो नमो गृह्सेभ्यो गृह्सपतिभ्यस्सवो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यस्सवो नमः। भगवते श्रीगणपतये नमः। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपीथजम्बोफलचारुभक्षणं मासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं भगवते श्रीगङ्गणपता नमः हनुमत ओम मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बोधिपतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये भगवते श्री हम हनुमतये नमः। ओम हनुमान जी देवी जी ओम सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते भगवते श्रियै भगवत्यै नमः दुर्गा देव्यै नमः। भगवान जी शंकर जी ओम वंदे देवोमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारिणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदां वंदे शिवं शङ्करं भगवते श्रीसाम्ब सदाशिवाय नमः सपरिकराय नमः सगणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। राधा कृष्ण ओम बर्हापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासं कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान् वेणुरदरसुदयां पूरयन् गोपवृन्दै बृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद्गीतकीर्ति कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीराधाकृष्णाभ्यां नमः। वाङ्मय स्वरूपाय नमः बालमुकुन्दाय नमो नमः। ध्यानार्थे गन्धपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। गन्धक्षतपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीकृष्णाय नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि प्रत्यक्षदीपं सन्दर्शयामि ओं धूरसि धुर्वधुर्वन्तं धुर्वतं ज्योत्स्मान् धुर्वतितं धुर्वजं वयं धुर्वामः देवानामसि वह्नितमघुंसस्नितमं बभृतमं जुष्टतमं देवहूतमं धूपमाघ्रापयामि प्रत्यक्षदीपं सन्दर्शयामि चन्द्रमा मनसो जातक्षचोः सूर्यो अजातश्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणस्य मुखादग्निरजायत भगवते श्रीपरब्रह्मणे श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। प्रत्यक्षदीपं सन्दर्शयामि आचमनीं जलं समर्पयामि नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ओम नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षगुंसिष्णुर्द्योः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिशः श्रोत्रा तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन् अन्नपतेन सनुदे हनमीमस्य सुक्मिणः प्रभदातारतारिखमुर्जन्यो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि श्रीफलं समर्पयामि मुक्षुद्यार्ताम्बूलानि समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीगङ्गणपतये नमः। ओम हनुमतये नमः। श्री भगवत्यै श्री दुर्गादेव्यै नमः। सांब सदाशिवाय नमः। राधा कृष्णाभ्यं नमः। बालमुकुन्द देवताभ्यो नमो नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि श्रीफलं समर्पयामि ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि यत्पुरुषेण विघादेवाय नमतन्वत वसन्तो शासिराजङ्ग्रेख्मैद्मः शरद्वभिः भगवते श्री वाङ्मय स्वरूपाय श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। ओम हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासीद सदाधारवृतविद्यामुते मां कस्मै देवाय विकाविदेमः द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि भगवते श्री बालमुकुन्दाय नमः। समस्तदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः। ध्यानं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। परब्रह्मणे श्री भागवत भगवानाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय नमः परब्रह्मणे नमो नमः। ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। बोलिए भागवत भगवान की वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। सवायभ्यंतर शुचे पुंडरीकाक्षपनातो पुंडरीकाक्षपनातो पुंडरीकाक्षपनातो। ओम अग्निमले परोहितं यज्ञस्य देवामृतप्रजा होतारं रथात्मा श्री भगवान् अग्ने नमः। ओम अग्निन्द्रुतं पुरोदधिद्रव्यवाहमुपब्रुवेदे वा आसादयादिह। ओम भूर्भुवस्सो द्यौर्भवं न पृथिवीं मरीम्णा तस्यास्ते पृथिवीते वैजनिपृष्ठे अग्निमन्नादमन्नाय दधे। ओम उद्बुद्ध्य स्वाग्निप्रजागृतमुष्टिप्रति सगुं सृजतामञ्चसु सदस्तेदुतरस्मिन् विश्वदेवा जजमानसि दत्त। ओम चत्वारि शृङ्गात्रयो अस्य पादाद्वये शीर्षे सप्तहस्तासु अस्य त्रिधावतो रीखभोरो रवितिमहो देवमर्त्याभिवेशः अग्नये नमः। ओम ओम समिन्धाय निन्दुवसधृते बोधाय धाति धम्मा अस्मिन् हव्याजुहोतन स्वाहा। ओम सुसमिदाय शुचितध्रीत्रं तीव्रं जुहोतन अग्ने जातवेदसे स्वाहा। ओम तन्त्वा समिद्भिराङ्गिरोदीर्तेन वर्धयामचिब्रियचुतभिष्टय स्वाहा। ओम प्रजापतेन त्वादितान्योन्यो विश्वा जातानि जातवेदस्तेनेध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेदय वर्धय चास्मान प्रजाय पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवच्चसे नाना समेधय स्वाहा। ओम आदितेन मन्यस्व स्वाहा। ओम अनुमतेन मन्यस्व स्वाहा। ओम सरस्वतेन मन्यस्व स्वाहा। ओम ब्रह्मण अनुमन्यस्व स्वाहा। ओम देव सविता प्रसुभ यज्ञं प्रसुभ यज्ञपतिं भगाय दिव्य गंधर्व केतप केतन्न पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचन्न स्वदधातु। ओम प्रजापतये स्वाहा। इदं प्रजापतये नमः। ओम अग्नये स्वाहा। ओम सोमाय स्वाहा इदं सोमाय नमः। ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा इदं इंद्राय नमः। ओम भू स्वाहा इदं अग्नये नमः। ओम भुव स्वाहा इदं वायवे नमः। ओम सुस्वाहा इदं सूर्याय नमः। ओम तन्नो अग्निवरुणस्य विद्वान् देवस्य हेडो अभयासि शिष्टाभिष्टो वह्नितमसो सुजानो विश्वाद्वैखागुंसि प्रमध्यस्म स्वाहा इदम् अग्निवरुणाभ्यां नमः। ओम सत्तन्नो अग्ने वामो भवो दीने दिष्टो अस्याओ गजो विष्टो अभय छन्नो वरुणं ललाटो विहिमृडिकगुंसो वनेदि स्वाहा इदम् अग्निवरुणाभ्यां नमः। ओम अयासाग्नेशानभिषस्तिभासतमितमयासि अयानो यज्ञं बहस्यानु दैवे खजगुं स्वाहा इदमग्ने अयसे नमः। ओम जयते शतं वरुणं ये सहस्रं यज्ञि अपासवितता महान्ततिर्भिन्नो अद्य सवितोत विष्णुभुषे मुञ्चन्तु मरुतस्वर्ग स्वाहा इदं वरुणाय सवित्रे विष्णवे वैष्णव्यो देवेभ्यो मरुद्भ्यः सर्केभ्यश्च नमः। ओम उदुत्तमं वरुणपासमस्मदमादवं विमध्यगुं श्रथाय अथा वयमादित्यव्रते तवानगस्वदितये श्याम स्वाहा इदं वरुणाय नमः। हरिः ओम ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियाणां त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधीनां त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे वसो ममाहमजानि गर्भधमातमजासि गर्भधम्। ओम गं गणपतये स्वाहा। ओम नमो देव्ये महादेव्यै शिवाय सततं नमः। नमो वृद्धिभद्राय नियतां मृदा सदा भगवते श्री दुर्गादेव्यै नमः स्वाहा। ओम ब्रह्मा मुरारिस्त्रिपुरन्तकारी भानु शिवो मिषुतो बुधस्य गुरुस्य शुक्र शनि राहु केतवः सर्वे ग्रहाः शान्तिकरा भवन्तु सूर्यादि समस्त नवदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा। ओंकारबिंदु संयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव। ओंकाराय नमो नमः। पंच ओंकार देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। नमो देव्ये महादेव्ये शिवाय सततं नमः। नमो वृद्धिभद्राय नियता मृदा सुदाम भगवते श्री श्री आदि समस्त षोडश मातृका देवताभ्ये नमः स्वाहा। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमा च विरजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूर्भिर्व्यसेमहि देवहितं जदायोः भद्रस्तपीठस्थदेवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। पुरुषुक्तेन हवनम्। ओम सहस्रशीरिखा पुरुखा सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपात स भौमिकों सर्वतस्मृतादतिष्ठदशाङ्गुलाम्। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम पुरुखाय वेदगुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्चवाभ्यं मौतामृततस्यैषानुजधन्येनातिरोहति। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओम एतावानस्य महिमातो यायांश पुरुखापादोऽस्य विश्वभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं देवी। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओम त्रिपादोर्दौदयत्पुरुखः पादोस्येह भवत् पुनः ततो विख्वां विक्रमशासनानसने अभि। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम ततो विराट जायत विराजोऽतिपूरुखः सजातोऽतिरिजतपश्चात् भूमिमथो पुरः। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम तस्मात् स्वाजायन्त जे केचो भयादतः गावोह जज्निरे तस्मात् जाता जावयः। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओम तस्मात् हजना सर्वभूतः समृद्धं बृहदाज्यम् अपसंस्थाश्चक्रेवायभ्यनारण्यग्राम्यश्च जय। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम तस्मात् हजना सर्वभूतरिजः सामानि जज्निरे छन्दागुंसि जज्निरे तस्मादजायत। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम तस्मात् स्वाजायन्त जे केचो भयादतः गावोह जज्निरे तस्मात् जाता जावयः। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओम तं यज्ञं बर्हिः प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवाय यन्त्रसाध्यारिखयस्तजे। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम यत्पुरुषं व्यददुः कतिदाव्यकल्पयन्न मुखाङ्किमस्यासित् किं बाहु किमुरुपाद उच्यते। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीद्बाहुराजन्यः कृतः ऊरु तदसजद्वैसः पद्भ्यागुं शूद्रो जायत। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओम चन्द्रमा मनसो जातजोः सूर्यो अजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम नाभ्यासेदन्तरिक्षघुंसिष्णुर्द्योः समवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृतिसहस्रोत्रा तथा लोकामकल्पयन्। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम यत्पुरुषेण विखादेवा यजनमतन्वत वसन्तो सासिदाज्यङ्ग्रेह्मैद्मः सरद्वभिः। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय ओम सप्ताशासन् परिदयस्त्रिः सप्तसमिदः कृताः देवा यदघ्नन्तन्वाना अबध्नन् पुरुषं वसोम्। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओम यज्ञेन यजनमयजन्त देवास्तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यसन्न तेह नाकं महिमानः सचन्त यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवा। ओम श्रीकृष्णाय स्वाहा। ओम श्रीश्चदे लक्ष्मीश्चपत्न्या बहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमस्मिन्नो व्याप्तम् इष्टान्निखाणा मुम्बईखाणा सर्वलोकं मयिखाणा भगवते श्रियै महालक्ष्म्यै स्वाहा। श्रीसुक्तेन हवनम्। ओम हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजस्रजां चन्द्रामिरणमे लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो मावा। ओम श्रियै स्वाहा। ओम दामाव जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यबिन्देयं गामः सम्पुरुषानम्। ओम महालक्ष्म्यै ओम अस्पूर्वामृतमद्यामस्तिनाद प्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपहवे श्रीमादेवीस्तामो महालक्ष्मी ओम कामसोस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारमार्तां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां तां योपवै श्रियं ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम चंद्रां रवासां सा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामदारां तां पद्मिनीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये लक्ष्मीर्भिन्नस्सन्तां तं मृडे ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम आदित्यवर्णे तपसोदि जातो वनस्पतिस्थौ वृक्षोदविल्लः तस्य फलानि तपसानुदन्तो मायन्तराय सबाय लक्ष्मी ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम उपैतु मां देवसखकृतिस्तमणिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिमृत्युं ददातु मे ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम क्षुप्तिपासमलां ज्येष्ठां लक्ष्मीनाशनाम्यहम् अभूति समृद्धिं च सर्वां निर्गुणमे गृहादो महालक्ष्मी ओम गन्धद्वारां दुर्दासां नित्यपुष्टां करेषणीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां दां योपवै श्रियं ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम मनसा कामाकुतिं वात्सत्यमसेमहे पशूनां रूपमन्यसमय श्रीश्रयतामे सौ महालक्ष्मी ओम कर्दमेन प्रजाभूतामयि सम्भवकर्दमां श्रियंबासे मे कुले मातरं पदवानिलिमो महालक्ष्मी ओम आपस्त्रिजन्तु निजदानि क्लितवस्मे गृहे नित्यदेवी मातरं श्रियंबासे मे कुले ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम आर्धां पुष्करणीं पुष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्मालिनीं चन्द्रामिरणं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदुमाभाव महालक्ष्मी ओम आर्धाय करणीयष्टिं सुवर्णां मालिनीं सूर्यामिरणं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदुमाभाव महालक्ष्मी ओम तामावह जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावदाश्वसान् विन्देयं पुरुषानमो महालक्ष्मी ओम यशोजि प्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुदाजमन्वहं श्रियं पञ्चदशर्धं च श्रीकामं सततं जपेतो महालक्ष्मी ओम महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् ओम महालक्ष्मी ओम पद्मानने पद्ममिनि पद्मपत्रे पद्मप्रिय पद्मदलाय दाक्षि विश्वप्रिय विश्वमनोनुकूले तत्पाद पद्मयि सन्निधस्थो महालक्ष्मी ओम श्रीवत्समायुष्यमारोग्यमाविदाचौमानं मय्यते धनं धान्यं पशुं बहुपुत्रलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायो महालक्ष्मी स्वाहा ततश्च विरभो साक्षात् श्रीरमा भगवत्परा रञ्जन्ति दिशकान्तात् विद्युत्सौदामणि यथा ओम महालक्ष्मी स्वाहा ओम आदिदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम प्रत्यादिदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम इष्टदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम कुलदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम ग्रामदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम स्थानदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम वास्तुदेवताभ्यो स्वाहा ओम सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो स्वाहा ओम सर्वाभ्यो देवीभ्यो स्वाहा सिद्धबुद्धिसहिता श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वादायुताग्नये वैश्वनराय नमः पूर्णाहुतिं ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं ओम ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते स्वाहा भगवत्यै नमः श्री भागवत देवताय नमो नमः यज्ञेश्वराय नमो नमः ओम वसोः पवित्रमसि शतधारं वसोः पवित्रमसि शास्त्रधारं देवसत्वा सविता पुनातु वसोः पवित्रेण सद्धारेण सुप्वा कामदुःखः स्वाहा कल्याणं भवतु जय यज्ञस्वरूप भगवान की भागवत भगवान की व्यास जी महाराज की सुखदेव जी महाराज की जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री सीताराम नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो।
જય સીતારામ. सावरिया 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 मन बाया रे सावरिया मन बाया सावरिया मन बाया सावरिया मन पाया रे सावरिया मन पाया रे सावरिया मन पाया रे सावरिया मन सोहनी सूरत मोहनी मूरत सोहनी सूरत मोहनी मूरत सोहनी सूरत मोहनी मूरत हृदय बीच समाया हे सावरिया मन बाया रे सावरिया मन बाया देश में ढूंढ विदेश में ढूंढा देश में ढूंढ विदेश में ढूंढा देश में ढूंढ विदेश में ढूंढा हृदय बीच समाया रे सावरिया मन बाया रे सावरिया मन
देवहितं जदायोः शतमेन्नु शरदो अन्ति देवा यत्रा नश्चक्रां जलसं धनूनां पुत्रासो यत्र पितरो भवन्ति मानो मध्यरीरिहतायुग्रन्थोः अदितिद्यौरदितिरन्तरिक्षमदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा अदितिः पञ्चजना अदितर्जातमदितर्जनि त्वां द्योः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगो शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगो शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलायतनो हरे। बोलिए व्यास जी महाराज की, सुखदेव भगवान की, भागवत महापुराण की। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय
Om Sahana Bhavatu. We'll have a bhajan while Vyas Puja is going on.
Me
प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल भगवान की जय. Please stand as we do opening arti.
जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मोती पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मोती पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला हरि ज्ञान यही हरदान यही हरि ज्ञान यही हरदान यही जगते मंगल की आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती पापियों को पाप से है तारती
ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यम् वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनां सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् हरि ओम शान्ति शान्ति शांति हरि ओम. प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणपति भगवान की जय. श्री जगदम्बिका माता की जय. भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय. श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. व्यास भगवान की जय. Please be seated, everyone. Before we introduce our Vyasa, I'd like to say Jai Shri Krishna. I can't hear you. Jai Shri Krishna. I still can't hear you. Jai Shri Krishna. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to our second night of our Bhagvat Katha. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day to be outside to listen to Bhagvat Mahapuran. I hope you all feel at home because this is your home. Before we go further, I'd like to thank our shrotas and sponsors for tonight. Tonight we have in person again Auntie Kamal, who's been celebrating her birthday since January 1st of this year. So Auntie Kamal, we'd like to wish you, continuing your birthday celebration. We're happy to have you here, and we're so glad to have your grandsons with you. I know you mentioned to me that Koyal will be, he graduated from high school with honors and will be starting Ryerson University in September. So please give us a round of applause for Koyal. As well, we have Tika Ram Sukdeo, in sponsor Auntie Chandra. Ryan Sukdeo along with his mom, Auntie Chandra, and Uncle Puran, giving thanks to Bhagwan Krishna for blessings in their life. They'd like to say Jai Shri Krishna to each and every one of you. Also, virtually, we have some virtual sponsors, O Priya Ganga. We also have Deo Narayan Ramjiwan in memory of Ma, Kemraji Ramjiwan. We also have another virtual sponsor, Farouk and Nadira Ali. They're sending greetings, happy 50th birthday to our dearest brother, Sankar Rameshwar Lal. We pray that Bhagwan Krishna bless you always. As well, Jagdev Raj Kumar, giving thanks to Bhagwan Krishna for his blessings and protection of my family, Pandit Hardat, his family, and the BSM team. Jai Shri Krishna. Last night, we heard the introductory shlokas of the Bhagavat. We heard the story of Bhakti, Gyan, and Vairagya. We also heard the story of Dundukari and Gokarna. Tonight, Vyasji will be continuing to explore the pages of this holy text. Last night, we all made a promise to keep our minds focused on Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Tonight, as well, I would ask that you please make another promise to keep your minds as well focused on the Leela and the Katha of the Bhagavat Mahapuran. Our Vyasji, Pandit Hardat, is no stranger to any one of us here today. He is the spiritual leader of this temple, Bhavani Shankar Mandir, a leader and a stalwart in our community, an advocate promoting youths, a believer of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, both physically and mentally, and most of all, a servant of Bhagwan. It is our hope that each night you attend, you take away something valuable that you can apply to your day-to-day life. We may not be able to remember everything that Vyasji says. However, if we can try to take away at least one thing that Vyasji has said, then we would have taken away something that we can apply to our daily life and to our daily well-being. If we can do that, at the end of this Bhagavat, we would have taken away 7 key important gems of how we can live a happier and joyful quality of life. Without further ado, we introduce and give the mic over to our Vyasji. Prem se bolo Vyasa Bhagavan ki jai.
Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Shri Vighneshwar Bhagavan ki jai. Jagadambika Mat ki jai. Shri Kashi Vishwanath Bhagavan ki jai. Pavan Sut Hanuman ki jai. Siyavar Ramchandra ki jai. Grantaraj Shrimat Bhagvat Mahapuran ki jai. Shukdev Maharaj ki jai. Vamshi Vibhushit Karan Navnirda Pitambara Darunabimba Phaladharoshta Purnendu सुन्दरमुखारविन्द्रनेत्रान् कृष्णात् पदं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। कृष्णत्वदीयपजपङ्कजपञ्जरान्ते अध्यैव मे विशतु मनसा राजहंसा। प्राणप्रयाणसमये कफवत्पितैः कण्ठारोधनविद्यो स्मरणं कुतस्य। आदौ देवकी देवगर्भजननं गोपीगृहे वर्धनं मायापूतनजीवितापहरणं गोवर्धनोदारणं। कंसच्छेदनकौरवादिहननं कुन्तीसुतां पालनम् एतत् भागवतं पुराणकथितं श्रीकृष्णलीलामृतम्। ध्येयं सदा परिवभग्नमभीष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरिञ्चि नूतं शरण्यं भृत्यातिहं प्रणतपालभवाब्धिपोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दं मुखारविन्दे विनये शयन्तम्। करारविन्दे न पदारविन्दं
मुखारविन्दे विनिवेशयन्तम्।
वातस्य पदास्य पुतेशयानं बालमुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। जिह्वे पिबस्वा मृतमेतदेवा, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। श्री हरि। गोपकन्या मुरारी पादार्पित चित्तवृत्ति, दग्धोदकं मोहवसादभूत। गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति, धर्माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति। बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की। अधरम मधुरम वदनम मधुरम. Everything about the Lord is sweet. Tonight, let us be transported from Brampton to Vrindavan like we did last night. And like Pandit Anil said, I ask you, promise Shri Krishna and Radha that your mind is only going to be here. Look at Shri Krishna and Radha right now. Look at them. They're in front of you there. And tell them, Prabhu, I'm here. Manre Krishna naam ras pile banke bihari keh lijiye. Prabhu, I want, it is my desire to have my mind here for the next 2 hours. Help me, Bhagwanji. Help me so that my mind could be here, because man hi devata, man hi Ishwar, man se bara na koi. There is no one, nothing greater than the mind itself. Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram
मधुरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं
हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपते रचिनं मधुरं मधुराधिपते रचिनं मधुरं
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपते
रचिनं मधुरं मधुराधिपते रचिनं मधुरं
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरा पाणिर्मधुरः पादो मधुरो नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं मधुराधिपते रचिनं मधुरं मधुराधिपते रचिनं मधुरं गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुतं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं
तिलकं मधुरं
मधुराधिपते रचिनं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपते रचिनं
मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपते रचिनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्। बोले श्री मधुर श्री कृष्ण भगवान की। अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरि। अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं
कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं
श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिका वल्लभं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिका वल्लभं जानकी नायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे जानकी नायकं
रामचन्द्रं भजे
अच्युतं केशवं सत्यभामाधवं माधवं श्रीधरं राधिकाराधितम् इन्दिरामन्दिरं चेतसा सुन्दरम् इन्दिरामन्दिरं चेतसा सुन्दरं देवकी नन्दनं नन्दनं सन्ददे देवकी नन्दनं नन्दजं सन्ददे विष्णवे जिष्णवे शङ्खिने चक्रिणे रुक्मिणे रागिणे जानकी जाने वल्लवी वल्लभा याचितायात्मने वल्लवी वल्लभा याचितायात्मने कंसवे ध्वंसिने वंशिने ते मम कंसिने वंशिने वंशिने ते मम श्रीकृष्णं रामनारायणम् अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणम् अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणम् हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे everybody हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्रेम से बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो विप्र मंडली प्यारे पंडित जी श्रोताजन सभी मैं आपको प्रणाम करता हूँ बिहाफ ऑफ भवानी शंकर मंदिर I bow to all our panditjis, our shrotas, and to all of you as well, our devotees of our temple, as we welcome you to our second session of Srimad Bhagavat Katha. Srimad Bhagavat Katha, last night we spoke about the introduction of the Katha, Bhagavat Mahatmya. In our discussion last night, we learned that the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran is the book of this age, is the book of Kali Yuga. It is the book that relieves us from the three sources of pains. Everybody, repeat after me. Satchidananda Rupaya. With love and vibration. Vishvotpattyadihetave. Tapatraya vinashaya. Shri Krishnaya vayam namaha. This is a prayer. Let us say it again. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpattyadihetave Tapatraya vinashaya Shri Krishnaya vayam numaha. Three is best. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpattyadihetave तापत्रय विनाशाय श्री कृष्णाय वयं नुमः। In your prayer book, you have to add this. This is the prayer, the first shloka in this book. It came from the Padma Puran. It's the introductory shlokas of the Bhagavat. And it talks about, last night we talked about this, about Krishna Bhagavan being the reliever of problems from the three sources. Tapatraya, those that come from the body and the mind, those that have come from pain inflicted by others, creatures or people, and of course, by the disasters, natural disasters. We can slice it and dice it how much we want, but there are three sources of pains. And it is to Krishna Bhagavan that we place, just like we place our success and happinesses. When we are successful in something, what do? You're graduated, you've gained entry into university, as we have heard before. So many of our kids are going to university this year. You have accomplished something worthy in life. What do? I think we know, and there is nothing wrong with this. We have a celebration. We have, lots of people we thank. We give, gratitude to a lot of people. Please never forget to place all that success at the feet of Sri Krishna. And when we place our success at his feet, similarly, when there are challenges in life of the three kinds, we place it at his feet as well. Prabhu's feet is gentle, but it is very, very stern and strong as well. Last night we learned that prayer. We talked about Mother Bhakti and the Jnana and Vairagya, how they were suffering. And because she was in touch with Vrindavan, of course, Dhani Vrindavan, Dhani Vrindavan Dham hai, Dhani Vrindavan Dham, Dhani Vrindavan Rasik Jan Sumire Radhe Sham. It is interesting how a physical place can transform a person from a being into a divine being. We talked about Vrindavan last night. We finished with Gokarna and Dhundukari Katha, how Bhagavat transformed a ghost who had no place. Shraddha was done for him, but Bhagavat Katha transformed a ghost into an angel. And we ended by asking us the question, if a Bhagavat can transform a ghost into an angel, imagine what Bhagavat Katha can do to a human being who has consciousness, who has awareness that they are here. So tonight, we're going to go into book 1 of the Srimad Bhagavad Katha. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath
Narayan Vasudeva.
Oh Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Bolo Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Everybody, this kirtan is for all of you. Bolo Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Bolo Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Mahamantra of the Lord. Let us all chant. Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare
Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Oh Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram. Please clasp your hands at the first shloka of the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, Book 1. Please clasp your hands, everybody. If you can, ladies, please put your orni or your sari on your head. And your man, all the men, please look at what they're doing. Janmadhyasyayatonvayaditaratas चार्थेष्वभिज्ञः स्वरात् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्म प्रज्जितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणं सतां वैद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदम् तापत्रयोन्मूलयान् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परेरीश्वरः सद्यो हद्यरुदेद तत्कृतिमभिः सूक्ष्मोभिरसक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलम् शुखमुखाद्रमृतसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावका ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की. These are the first shlokas of the Bhagavatam. Vyasji Maharaj, as he now is going to write about the greatness of the Lord, he bows. But who does he bow to? Just like Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, when he was going to write about the greatness of Ramji Bhagavan, he did not bow to Sri Ram. He did not bow to Sri Ram Bhagavan. He bowed to the Lord of Sri Ram. Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasya Rupi. He bowed to the idol of the Lord Bhagavan Ram. And here, Vyasji bows not to Krishna. He did not bow to Madhusudan. He did not bow to the Basuriwala. He bowed to Satyam Param Dhimahi. He bowed to the absolute form of the Lord, which is Satyam. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Satya. I told you yesterday, in Hinduism, when other religions are saying Hinduism got idols and things like that, that's true. We do. But our God is true consciousness, true bliss, true energy. Nothing else. The true form of God is the formless form of God. God is formless. Satyam Param Dhimahi. But we all cannot, imagine a formless form, so he came in all these forms. Vyasji Maharaj bowed to the Lord as Satyam. Satyam is truth. Truth is the absolute form of the Lord. When we want to experience, if at all, a gist of Bhagavan Shri Krishna's consciousness, our life, our speech, our thoughts, our character, everything must reflect truth. For that reason, we don't see the Lord walking around with Basuri and Trishul, because we have a lot of work to do. Satyavratam satyaparam trisatyam. Truth is a vrat. Truth is not a fasting day thing. Truth is a vrat. Satyavratam satyaparam trisatyam. Satya is a vrat. It is an observation that we must do every single day. Param trisatyam, there is no other thing in this world, existing or non-existing, that is greater than the truth. It is for this reason that Vyasji bows to Bhagwan as the form of truth. Satya barabar tapanahi, jhoot barabar paap, jaake hriday satya hai, vaake hriday aap. Satya barabar, there is no prayer greater than the truth, and there is no sin deadlier than lies. In the hearts of those who speak the truth, the Lord will reside. Vyasji Maharaj bows, and he starts the narration. He starts to write it now. Now what happens here? Vyasji Maharaj, he gives an account. He says Naraji has to bring this message around, so he gives an account of the life of the sage Narad. I think you've heard the story of Narad Muni before. Narad Muni was a sage. When he was little, what happened to him? His mother used to cook, because when it is Chaturmas, the saints, we are in Chaturmas right now, Shravan has completed, so we are in the second month of the 4 holy months for Hindus. The saints come down from the Himalayas, from the mountains, and they would go seek food from the ordinary. Narad's mother, when Naradji was a little boy, his mother would cook for the saints. And you know what Naradji would do? He would sit and wait until the saints eat. There is a parampara in our tradition. You will never practice this because you don't believe in this, but let me tell you what it is. The parampara in our tradition. You know something called Jhuta Bhojan? Jhuta Bhojan? You know what Jhuta Bhojan is, right? When somebody eats something and they give it to you, that is Jhuta Bhojan. Our Dharma does not believe in Jhuta Bhojan. If you touch food, if one person touches food, then it is, and why? Because of so many diseases that we can spread. It's not good for you. To the young brahmachari, we teach them when they took Janeu, don't eat Jhuta Bhojan, because the tasting of saliva can activate your senses as well. Right? We teach them these meaningful things. But there is only a few exceptions when eating Jhuta Bhojan is considered a blessing. One, when you eat the Jhuta Bhojan of your parents. It's a blessing. And the second, when you eat, and this is highest of all, if you eat the Jhuta Bhojan of the Guru. In India, I've seen this with my eyes. My family's here. They can tell you we have seen this with our eyes. You go and you see the Swamis. We saw it one time. The Swami's eating. He sits there with a plate. Everybody's just hovering over him. He's just eating rice done. Somebody throw more rice inside, curry inside. We saw this with our eyes. At the end of it, you know what they do? Even if there's a grain of rice left in the thali, they'll pick it up and they'll eat it. They'll eat it. Because that is considered a blessing. To eat from a saint, to eat from a guru, it is a blessing. To eat the bhojan of a guru, it's a blessing. Naraji, when he was little and the saints used to come, his mother will cook for all the saints, and then the saints would eat. And if there was anything remaining, Naraji would hurriedly eat the bhojan. Vyasji is giving an account in the Bhagavat of Naraji's previous life for a reason, because in book 2, Naraji would be responsible for bringing this Bhagavatam to us. When the saints would go away, he would eat the remains, and they'd come back, he'd partake in feeding them. One day they say, Beta, kya chahiye aapko? What do you want as a blessing? We can give that to you. Naraji says, Guruji, what I want is to become free. I want to leave my mother. I want to go take the name of Bhagavan throughout the world. The sages say, you can never do that. You can only accept freedom, sannyas, when your mother gives you permission. So he continued serving and serving and serving. Santo ki seva, serving the Guru, is not only about chapal and, I see this so many times and I envy those who do that. Pandit Shekhar ji here, I've seen him serving his Guru when his Guru came. Bhojan ki samay, bhojan tayyar hai. When it is time for bhojan, the Guru's bhojan is there. Transportation, when the Guru has to go in the car, they open, they put a seat for him, he sits down. The Guruji has to come out, they open. Guruji's slippers, they bring it to him. Right? The only thing the Guruji has to do is wake up in the morning and take care of his cleansing. Everything they do as a seva. And they do it with so much bhav. So much bhav and love they do it. These blessings that you get from doing those things, you can't even count on it. You can't even count it. When Naraji got older now, his mother went into the fields. His mother got bit by a snake. And then Naraji took all the teachings from his mother and then he brought it to the world. Vyasji has to give an account of Naraji's story because Naraji is the key of this whole Bhagavatam. We go into the Bhagavatam now and Vyasji writes, the Bhagavatam commences. I want you all to picture where the Mahabharata ends. Where the Mahabharata ends, the Bhagavatam begins. All of you know the Mahabharata, I hope. Mahabharata war was one of the greatest war fought on this earth. And there was one by the name of Ashwathama. He was Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini. Gita Dhyanam. Ashwathama was the son of Guru Drona. And when the battle has finished, he told Duryodhan, his friend, that I'm going to go assassinate the 5 Pandavas. The 5 Pandavas. He went into the tent that night. And when he went into the tent, instead of the 5 Pandavas sleeping in the tent, the war tent, the Upa-Pandavas were sleeping there, the sons of the Pandavas. Ashwathama is a bit crude, but he cut the head off of all of them. And he took it to Duryodhana. He says, look, Bharata, Mitra, I have the heads of all the Pandavas. Duryodhana looked at him and says, you fool, you know what you have done? You know what you have done, the crime you have committed. I am a papi, मैं papi हूँ, लेकिन आप सबसे बड़ा papi है. Because you are a great sinner. You have killed the sons of the Pandavas. You're never going to be spared now. And what happens, my friends? Ashwathama, he became afraid. Mother Draupadi sends Arjuna to get Ashwathama. He goes to get Ashwathama, but what happens? He drags Ashwathama by the head and by the hair, and he brings it to Mother Draupadi and says, do you want me to sever his head? Mother Draupadi says, no. One mother is paining for the loss of her children. Why should another mother pain and grieve for the loss? You see where revenge is, this thing called revenge? Anybody here know something called revenge? You should never take revenge on another person. Revenge is very self-destructive. For you to take revenge on someone, you first of all have to think of doing something bad. And then when you do the bad act, it may not impact the person you're taking the revenge on, but it'll impact you the most. Don't ever take revenge on everyone. Karma has a way of dealing with everything. If you think someone has done you bad in life, the Lord and the law or whatever will deal with them. But Draupadi did not take revenge. Ashwathama was spared, and now he sends a missile. He sends a missile now to the Brahmastra missile, and then when he sends the missile, Arjuna looks at Krishna. He says, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Bhaktanam Bhayankara Tvameke Dahmamananam Pavagarbhosi Samsrute Tvamadhya Purushaha Sakshadishvara Prakrite Para Mayam Vyadascham Chikyatam Kaivalyate Sthita Atmani. He runs to Krishna. A missile is coming in his way. He runs to Krishna. Krishna, you are this, you're great, you're the yogi of the world. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabhaga, Bhaktanam, Bhayankara. When the devotees cry to you, you rescue them. Bhagwan Shri Krishna looks at Arjun. He says, Arjun, you're crying to me again? A missile is coming your way. You have the ability to solve the problem of this missile. Every one of us have problem in some ways here, I'm sure. Some kind of little thing that is bothering you. The Lord has given us the ability to solve a lot of problems. And just like Arjuna in the Gita, when he failed, the Lord will pick his hands up. Well, at that point in time, what happens? Arjuna took his missile and he destroyed the missile that was coming to him. Now, they caught Ashwathama, the culprit. They punished him. They took off the money from his forehead. And Bhagwan Krishna told him, Ashwathama, that you are going to be immortal in this life. But your immortality will be a punishment. Long life is a blessing when we can enjoy it. But it is a punishment when, there is no good health and there is sorrows. It's a punishment. So his flesh started to rot now, Ashwathama, as he goes. You know what? He was forgiven by the Lord. He was forgiven by Draupadi, but he did not listen. How many times are we going to be forgiven and not learn the lesson? Forgiveness is important in life. Forgiveness means you're not going to burden yourself with remembering sorrowful moments. I've forgiven you, go, you're free, go. But what happens, Ashwathama? He was forgiven. Now comes the entry of the Bhagavad Katha. The last ear of the Pandavas was in the womb of a young girl by the name of Uttara. You have to listen to this because I'm going to ask you questions later. This girl, Uttara, she was married to the son of Arjuna. She was married to the son of Arjuna, Abhimanyu. Uttara was pregnant now with the last bearing heir of the Pandavas, and in her womb was someone that is going to listen to the rest of the Bhagavatam. When Ashwathama knew of this, Ashwathama took the missile and he shoots it now in the direction of Uttara so that the missile will destroy her womb, so that the last person in the lineage of the Pandavas will be destroyed. You see the cruelty of people? They want to destroy you rather than help you to build. Uttara runs now to Bhagwan Shri Krishna, but the Lord mounts on his chariot. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Bolo Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govind
Hare Murari. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Pahi Pahi Mahayogin Deva Deva Jagatpate नान्यं त्वद्भयं पश्ये यत्र मृत्यो परस्परम् अभिद्रावती मामीशा शरस्प्राप्यत्सतो भवे कामं दहतु मां नाथा मामे गर्भो निपात्यता श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण
वासुदेवा
The Lord Krishna mounts on his chariot. He's going to go back to Dwarka because the war is over. But this missile is coming to her, to Uttara. Uttara runs to the feet of Krishna Bhagavan. She holds on to the feet of the Lord. Pahi Pahi Mahayogin. This is another prayer I would write down for you and would like you to learn. Please repeat after me. Pahi Pahi Mahayogin. Deva Deva Jagatpate Nanyam Twadbhayam Pashye Yatra Mitru Parasparam. The prayer of Uttara, the daughter-in-law of Arjuna, the wife of Abhimanyu, prays to Lord Krishna. Krishna Bhagavan, my husband Abhimanyu, the young one, has already been killed in the war. I'm alone now with the last, descendant of the Pandavas. We should care about these things. When a mother is pregnant, many mothers are here tonight. They do so much to protect their child. They give up their luxuries and pleasures of life. Can you imagine not drinking cokes and so for a whole 9 months? They can't drink cokes. They give up all kinds of intoxicant drinks, all kind of food that will create a tamasic energy for their upcoming child. What else do? They do pujas, they do prayers, they make a lot of sacrifice, they pray for the child coming into this world. They perform sanskaras. When the child comes into this world, there is an expectation that we must care for our parents in return. We must care for them in return. We are grateful for that and we must care for them. Krishna Bhagavan, when he listened to the prayer of Uttara Devi, you know what the Lord did? The Lord enters the womb of Uttara Devi. The Lord enters the womb of Uttara Devi. And when he entered the womb of Uttara Devi, the missile came and hit her stomach and the missile rebounded. It rebounded. The missile did not destroy the child, but the missile scorched the baby. The missile scorched the baby in the womb. That is why his name, the baby's name, was going to be Parikshit, the scorched one. Parikshit means the scorched one, and Parikshit also means the one who has had the pariksha, who has had the darshan of God when he was in the womb of his mother. He was in the womb of his mother and he saw the form of the Lord. Uttara was saved, the baby was saved. The Lord says, I have to go to Dwarka, this war is over. But his Pua, Mother Kunti, runs now to the feet of the Lord. You see, everybody runs to the feet of Bhagavanji in sorrows. His Pua, Mother Kunti, runs to the feet of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And the famous prayer of Mother Kunti, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Bua, आपको क्या चाहिए? हम तुम्हारा बेटा है, भतीजा है. क्या चाहिए आपको? What do you want? I can bless you with anything. Vipada santunah shashvatatra tatra jagaduro bhavato darshanam masyada punarbhava darshanam. My son Krishna, as you leave, please grant me one blessing. one blessing. My son, as you go back to Dwarka, this battle is over. We're all going to be alone. When you are with us, you used to walk, you used to give orders, you fought for us, Krishna. You did not let down truth. You fought for us. As you leave, we want to remember you. Topua, remember me now? He says, no. Bhagwan Krishna, my son, how do we remember you the most? Dukh mein sumiran sab kahe, sukh mein kare na koi. Jo sukh mein sumiran kahe to dukh khahe to ho. Mother Kunti begged for sorrows. Krishna, my son, bless me with sorrows, bless me with pains, because it is only in pains, it is only when we are sorrowful, then we remember God the most. This is not me saying this. This is the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Lord is saying this here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Mother Kunti says, bless me with sorrows. But my Lord, never let my relationship with you be broken. Lagi lagan mat torna Prabhu. Let my relationship with you never be broken. Lagi lagan mat torna. Lagi lagan mat torna. Prabhu ji more lage lagan mat torna. Prabhu ji more lage lagan mat torna. Lagi lagan mat torna.
Lagi lagan mat torna.
Prabhu ji more lage lagan mat torna. Prabhu ji more lage lagan mat torna. हो खेती बेआई मैंने तेरे नाम की, खेती बेआई मैंने तेरे नाम की। मेरा भरोसा मत छोड़ना, मेरा भरोसा मत छोड़ना। प्रभु जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना। हरि जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना। श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। Let our relationship with the Lord never be broken. जल है गहरा नाव पुरानी, जल है गहरा
नाव पुरानी।
ओ बीच भंवर मत छोड़ना,
बीच भंवर मत छोड़ना।
प्रभु जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना। प्रभु जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना। श्री हरि। तू ही मेरा सेठ है, तू ही साहूकार है। तू ही मेरा सेठ है, तू ही साहूकार है। ब्याज पे ब्याज मत जोड़ना, ब्याज पे ब्याज मत जोड़ना। प्रभु जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना। हरि जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना। लागी लगन मत तोड़ना, लागी लगन मत तोड़ना। प्रभु जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना, हरि जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना, प्रभु जी मोरे लागे लगन मत तोड़ना, लागी लगन मत तोड़ना। प्रभु, प्लीज डोंट लेट दिस बॉन्ड बी ब्रोकन बिटवीन अस ना। ये बंधन तो प्यार का बंधन है, ये जन्मों का संगम है। This is a bond. We are so careful about the relationships in life which will be broken one day. Nobody is saying not to take care of your relationship. But if you want to test how strong that relationship is, you wait until some challenges come in your life. Then you will know how many friends you have, how many companions you have, how many brothers you have. When the bills hit you, I know how many friends I have, I can tell you that. I know how many true friends I have. True friends you have, because when pressure hit you in life, when pressure hit you in life, then you will know if they are strong enough to withstand the pressures of life. One friend that will never leave you is Krishna Bhagavan. Hold on to him. He has always been there for everyone who believed in him, who held on to him. You know what Krishna Bhagavan did? Let me tell you what he did. Here's what he did. Bhishma Pitamaha, who we're going to hear about just now, Bhishma Pitamaha promised Duryodhan's wife, Duryodhan is the evil cousin, he promised Duryodhan's wife Akhanda Saubhagyavati. Akhanda Saubhagyavati means your husband will live forever. I will bless you so that your husband will live forever. But tonight, I'll be praying in my meditation, come, Duryodhan's wife, and I will bless you. Bhishma, when he said that, Krishna Bhagavan heard. Krishna Bhagavan heard. Krishna Bhagavan said, Akhanda Saubhagyavati. Then what happened? Bhishma Pitamaha went into his meditation. And when he went into his meditation, Krishna Bhagavan went and grabbed the hand of Draupadi. He says, come with me. Draupadi said, where are you taking me now? Listen, late in the night, what people are going to think? He said, who cares about people think? Because we all care about that, right? We care so much about what people think, we don't think for ourselves. He says, Draupadi, come with me. Draupadi, where am I going, Krishna? Why are you taking me? Krishna says, I'm taking you. Bhishma Pitamaha is going to bless you with Akhanda Saubhagyavati. Bhishma Pitamaha is going to bless you so that you will never be a widow. Your husbands will win this battle. Draupadi says, me? He says that. He said, come, you come with me. And he took Draupadi. And there when he took Draupadi, Bhishma Pitamaha was meditating. Bhishma Pitamaha was meditating. When Bhishma Pitamaha was meditating, he knew somebody came. And he raised his hands and he says, Beti, Akhanda Saubhagyavati. Akhanda Saubhagyavati. I bless you so that your husbands will be victorious. You will never be a widow. Krishna Bhagavan took her quickly and ran away. Run away. Now Duryodhan's wife came, and Duryodhan came too. They stood in front of Bhishma Pitamaha ki jai ho. Pitamaha opened his eyes. What are you doing here? He says, I've come for Akhanda Saubhagyavati, blessings so that my husband will live forever. Bhishma Pitamaha said, no, I did that. I bless you already. What are you talking about? This is Krishna. When you hold on to him and you have faith in him, he will even go beyond the means to stand up for you. To stand up for you and to be there for you. This is how powerful he is. Mother Kunti says, Prabhu, let this relationship between me and you never be broken. Let it never be broken. Now what happened? The Lord returns to Dwarka, and now the battle is coming to an end. The Pandavas now go to visit Bhishma Pitamaha. Bhishma Pitamaha was not dead as yet. He was lying on a bed of arrows. The sun is coming down. It is late December. It is Dakshinayana. The sun is southbound. Dakshinayana. And it is southern hemisphere rather. Now they visit Bhishma Pitamaha. Where was Bhishma Pitamaha lying? Anybody knows? What was his couch made up of? Arrows. Okay, all good. He was laying on a bed of arrows. Arjuna in the battle shot Bhishma Pitamaha with so many arrows so that each pore of his body, an arrow was through. He was lying there and he's waiting for the right moment to go. The Pandavas came and visited him on his deathbed. It's a very important part of the Katha. When they visit him on his deathbed, what do you think people do when they're dying, my friends? You know what they do when people are dying? If you have a chance, to be in that position, they appreciate all the good things that you do. Say, bye, you're a good boy. No, since you're a little. Panduputranupasinan prapakshena samangatan abhyacha shashtanuragastre ranadhi bhutena chakshusaha aho kashtamaho nanyam yadyunam dharma nandana jivitum narhi klishtam vipradharmam pyuchotakshaya. He says, hey Panduputras, my sons. They looked around. Pitamaha, you're calling? Yes, Panduputra. You have all suffered. The calamity is done by bad people to you. And he praised all of them. He praised the Pandavas of all the good things that they did and the good life they lived. What happens? The part of this Katha, as Bhishma Pitamaha lying in his deathbed, he was praising people. The advice of the Bhagavatam is to praise people. You're not really praising people, but you're admiring the goodness that they do so that the flower in them will grow instead of the thorns. Don't be like, I am all good and you're bad. All of us, without exception, have thorns and flowers in us. Choose to appreciate the flowers in people. Don't spread weeds. Spread seeds of love. Bhishma Pitamaha, in his deathbed, he now clasped his hands. Itimati rupakalpita vitrishna. This is called the Bhishma Stuti. Bhagavati satpatavangave vibhruti. Itimati rupakalpita vitrishna. Bhagavati sanvakapungave vibhruvi. Swakumupagate kvachiduhedi katyam prakatmipo yashyad prabha. Itimati rupakalpita vitrishna. Bhagavati sadvata pungave prabhuvi. Bhagavati sadvata pungave vibhuvi. Bhagavati satava pungave vibhuvi. Praised Krishna in his deathbed. He praised the Lord in his deathbed. This is the Bhishma Pitamaha. Bhishma Pitamaha was a Chiranjeevi. He could only give up his life when he wanted to. Bhishma Pitamaha was a stalwart. He was a son of Mother Ganga. But you all know the story. He swore to protect the kingdom of Hastinapur. Hastinapur was led by Dhritarashtra, an evil king, a blind king. You know the saying, the blind cannot lead the blind. And Dhritarashtra committed so many hideous, adharmic acts. And Bhishma Pitamaha had to stand up and protect that kingdom because, you know the saying, Prana jai para, vachan na jai. Long ago, they used to give their life up, but they wouldn't give their word up. When the Mahabharata war was being fought, you know what Duryodhana asked Krishna? He says, Krishna, how are you going to fight? How are you going to win this war? You give me your whole army. I have more armies, more elephants, more generals than you do. You have the Pandavas and some other armies. How are you going to win this war? Krishna Bhagwan looked at him and Krishna Bhagwan says, Chal. Chal. You know what chal means? Chal means deceit, treachery. I am going to cheat and win this war, Duryodhana. Duryodhana says, no, that is adharma. That is unrighteousness. Krishna says, adharma? Unrighteousness? When your brother Dushasan was ripping off the sari from Draupadi in the hall, was that adharma or dharma? Was that righteousness or unrighteousness? He said that was adharma. Well, Krishna Bhagavan said, well, unrighteousness will never prevail because I'm going to be here and I will cheat you and I will win this war. I will cheat you and I will win this war. This is Krishna. He's going to stand up there and he's going to fight for you. Krishna Bhagavan. Krishna Bhagavan took a vow in the Mahabharata that he will never pick up a weapon. And you know what Bhishma Pitama told him while the battle was going on? Bhishma Pitama says, Vasudev, tomorrow you're going to pick up a weapon and you're going to throw it at me. You're going to pick up a weapon and throw it at me. Bhishma Pitamaha was a servant of Krishna as well. And then the following day in the battle, some small stories to let you know how great the Lord is. The following day in the battle, what happened? Bhishma Pitamaha committed so many things that was improper. He watched there and he stood when they slew Abhimanyu, the son of Krishna, the young boy. Look, and Krishna Bhagavan on that day, he lost it, if you can put it in usual language. And he took out the wheel from a chariot and he held it up on his hands and he says, I'm going to destroy you, Bhishma Pitamaha. Bhishma Pitamaha looked at him and Bhishma Pitamaha bowed. He didn't gloat, he bowed. He says, Vasudev, you see, I told you yesterday that you were never going to pick up a weapon. And look, you broke your word and you picked up a weapon. Krishna Bhagavan says, why are you so, respectful of this? Why are you bowing to me? Bhishma Pitamaha says, look at this. In order to make your devotee's word become true, you even break your own promises. The Lord break his own promises to make the devotee's word become true. And Krishna loves breaking. He break how much pots, break how many hearts. Now he's breaking promises. This is Krishna. He didn't come to take advice from anybody. He came to give advice to everybody. Now the baby Parikshit is going to come into this world. The present who is Parikshit, he had seen Angushtamatra Malam. He saw the Lord as big as the thumb in the stomach of his mother when he was little. And now Parikshit he grows up and he becomes the king of Hastinapur. He's going to be the ruler of the day and he's going to command things to happen. And what kind of leadership will he bring into this world, my friends? We will see that in this next beautiful Katha. But the beauty of Bhagavat is that it builds up in a very beautiful way for us to see. Ram naam ke hire moti, Ram naam ke hire moti, मैं बिखरा हूँ गली गली, कृष्ण नाम के हीरे मोती, मैं बिखरा हूँ गली गली, ले लो रे कोई राम का प्यारा, शोर मचाऊं गली गली, ले लो रे कोई शाम का प्याला, शोर मचाऊं गली गली, बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम, राम नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिखरा हूँ गली गली, कृष्ण नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिखरा हूँ गली गली, ले लो रे कोई राम का प्याला, शोर मचाऊं गली गली, ले लो रे कोई शाम का प्याला, शोर मचाऊं गली गली, बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम. Everybody, put your hand like this. Hand like this. Clap your hands, everyone. की दीवानों सुन लो, एक दिन ऐसा आएगा, धन दौलत और माल खजाना यही परा रह जाएगा। माया की दीवानों सुन लो, एक दिन ऐसा आएगा, धन दौलत और माल खजाना यही परा रह जाएगा। सुंदर काया मिट्टी होगी, सुंदर काया मिट्टी होगी, चर्चा होगी गली गली। ले लो रे कोई राम का प्याला, शोर मचाओ गली गली। ले लो रे कोई शाम का प्याला, शोर मचाओ गली गली। बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। जय जय श्री राधे। क्यों करता तू मेरा मेरी, यहाँ तो तेरा मकान नहीं। झूठे जन में बसा हुआ है, वो सच्चा इंसान नहीं। बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम श्याम। ओ क्यों करता तू मेरा मेरी, यहाँ तो तेरा मकान नहीं। झूठे जन में बसा हुआ है, वो सच्चा इंसान नहीं। जग का मेला 2 दिन का है, जग का मेला 2 दिन का है, अंत में होगी चला चली। ले लो रे कोई राम का प्याला, शोर मचाऊं गली गली। ले लो रे कोई शाम का प्याला, शोर मचाऊं गली गली। बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम राम राम। बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। राम नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिखरा हूँ गली गली। कृष्ण नाम के हीरे मोती मैं बिखरा हूँ गली गली। ले लो रे कोई राम का प्याला, शोर मचाऊं गली गली। ले लो रे कोई शाम का प्याला, शोर मचाऊं गली गली। बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम राम राम। बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम श्याम श्याम। बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम राम राम। बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम बोलो श्याम श्याम। बोले कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की। The true jewels of this life, the true jewels of this life are the names of God. चाहे राम चाहे श्याम है, whether it is Ram or Sham, they're the jewels of this life, the real jewels. माया की दीवानों सुन लो, एक दिन ऐसा आएगा. The world is full of illusion. A day will come, धन दौलत और माल खजाना यहीं पड़ा रह जाएगा. How long are we going to hold on to the things we're holding on to? Even the best people in our lives, we will lose one day. We will lose one day. I'm at the front of these situations where I face people every single day, including today, who lose someone dear in their life. It's never a pleasant thing. It's never a pleasant thing at all. No matter how long you live with them and how short you live with them, it's never a pleasant thing. Everybody has a recommendation, but in the scope of what I do, I try my best to find God. I try my best to keep that God. I try my best every day to know that Bhagavan, because when you know that Bhagavan, my friends, he will never disappear from your life. He will never disappear from your life. To all my dear brothers and sisters who are here and who are listening online and who have lost dear ones in life, the Lord will never be lost to you. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan will never be lost to you. I tell you every day, I did not sign up for this that I'm doing. But, you know, he has a different plan for me. Right? He has a different plan. And no matter who go from your life or who stay in your life, when the Lord is in your life, that is what matters. Parikshit, the son of Uttara and Abhimanyu, the grandson of Arjuna, is now born. And he was a very good king. He's a very, very good king. And one day what happened? He went and he was walking. And he saw this man dressed in kingly garb. He was beating a cow. The cow was white, only standing on one leg. And he looked at the man and he says, "Oh, cruel man, by the look of it, you're a Sudra. And what you're doing to a helpless animal, what you're doing to a helpless animal, I mean, you can't go tie up a lion or a tiger and take a stick and beat them mercilessly, right? You can't do that. I don't speak about food and drinks anymore because 99% of the congregation, you know, don't care about those things. But it's important to understand that being a vegetarian or drinking, you know, things that will not intoxicate you has little to do about religion. It has little to do with religion. It has to do with you as an individual. We don't go and put mud water in all the things that parking up in the parking lot there. You don't put mud water in there, right? You buy premium fuel. Mike, you like this topic, eh? You buy premium fuel and you put it in your vehicle. Premium because you want to get a smooth drive. Well, people who get Tesla, this message is not for you. It's not for you, right? You buy the premium vehicle and you put in fuel and put it in the vehicle because you want to have a premium function of that vehicle. This here, there's no vehicle as premium as this. That vehicle that you have in the parking lot will carry you home and bring you back. You can knock a little bit, you got to fix something. What you got to do? This one here will take you to God. This one here will give you, the one you're driving in the parking lot will give you an experience. If you're driving in Brampton, it will give you the Brampton experience. You know what that experience is? You have to face Brampton drivers. You know what Brampton drivers are? You're only qualified to drive anywhere in this world when you can drive in Brampton. And now our Brampton traffic, boy, you think I live an hour away from home? You got to multiply that by a little bit more to get here with the traffic, because we have become, you know, very populated. Anyways, those vehicles, they will rust. You have to sort this vehicle here. Are we putting the premium fuel in this vehicle? My question, are we putting premium fluids in this vehicle? Are we putting in the premium foods in this vehicle, right? After Katha today, all of you are invited for Bhojan downstairs. That is not premium Bhojan. After Janmashtami, you can go back to eating healthy, right? Are we putting the right foods in this vehicle, right? No, we're not. But we'll discuss that. Raja Parikshit looked at this man and he was striking this white bull, and this bull stood up on one leg. Raja Parikshit says, "You're a cruel man striking this bull this way." Very beautiful white cow. White cow. Yeah, white cow. And then when he was striking the bull, Raja Parikshit says, "Oh man, tvam va mridaval bhalaha padar yuna padacharan vrasharupena kim kaschit devena parikechadayan." Raja Parikshit says, "You're merciless. The cow is not even standing on 4 legs, yet 1 leg. I am going to, you know," and he told him all sorts of things. He said, "And only an evil person will abuse a helpless animal. Only an evil person will abuse a helpless animal. If you really want to abuse animal, you can go abuse a cobra. Go abuse a cobra. No. Go slap him on his head. Go try to eat him. Go try to mess around with the lion and the tiger. Or the hyenas. No. No. And he said, you're evil. And what happened? He spoke to the cow. He says, who are you, O cow? And why are you not speaking to me? So the cow responded, Etadva pandaye yanam yuktamatar bhayam vacha yesham gunagano krishno daityayado bhagavan krita. The cow says, with such an assurance, you stood up and you fought for helpless creatures. In North America, I know a lot of people who watch from Guyana and all over the world people watch from. In North America, people stand up for animals. There's a lot of people, animal rights and things, good for you. In Guyana, we stand up for them too. They get first right. In Guyana, they own the whole yard. They own the whole village, all the animals. Right? We care for them too. The Lord, Raja Parikshit says, I'm going to stand up for all the helpless animal. The cow looked at him. It was a mother cow. The mother cow says, O king, it is very reassuring to hear that you can stand up for helpless animals like this. And but I cannot tell you why he is beating me, because I can never complain. I can never complain. Who is this cow? This cow is called Dharma. Dharma is a form as well. The cow is a form of Mother Earth as well. I can never complain. Everybody can complain, but the earth cannot complain. Have you ever heard the earth complaining? It doesn't complain. We stamp our feet on it and all that. It doesn't complain. It shakes its head 1-2 times, earthquake and so on, but that's it. Anyways, Raja Parikshit says, well, you're standing on one leg, but in the previous birth, you stood on 4 legs. What are the 4 legs of Dharma? Tapa, Saucham, Daya, Satyam, Iti, Pada, Kritena, Krit. Saucham, Tapa, Daya, Satyam. Dharma, Sanatan Dharma has 4 feet, 4 legs. What are they? Satyam, Daya, Tapa, Saucham. Satyam means truthfulness. Satyam, Daya means compassion. Tapa means prayerful. Saucham means cleanliness. Anybody in the world, any color, any race, if you want to be a Hindu, practice the 4 tenets of our Dharma. Satya, Daya, Tapa, Saucham. And you're a Hindu, we don't have to convert you to Dokyo Wata. We don't have to bribe you with anything. Practice 4 values, Satya, Daya, Tapa, Saucham. Right? Nothing, that you automatically Hindu. Raja Parikshit says, wow, look at how Mother Dharma has become weak. She's only standing in the age of Kali Yuga. She has 1 foot, and that is the foot of truth. Truth alone has been holding up Dharma. He says, you man, I'm giving you a warning today. Move away from here. Do not stay close to my kingdom. Go far away from here. That man is embodiment of Kali Yuga, or Kali, the age that we are living in. Where can I go, king? You're sending me away. Where can I go? He says, no problem. Abhyarti yastada tasme sthanani kalayetado dhyutam panam sriyam suna yatra dharmas chaturvidham. Go to 4 places. Dhyutam panam sriyam suna. Go to 4 places. What are they? They are in the form of falsehood, intoxication, passion, and cruelty, dice, wine, women, and shambles. Go and live there. He said, what? Intoxication, passion, cruelty, and falsehood? I need more places to go. He said, go and live on all the gold, on falsehood and animosity. Falsehood and animosity. Kali Yuga went and lived right there. Where does Kali Yuga live, my friends? If you want to have the cruelty of Kali Yuga, you do falsehood, intoxication, passion, and cruelty. That is a reflection of Kali Yuga. So, Kali Yuga went there and he lived. He started to live there. Now Parikshit one day, he goes into the forest. He's riding his horse. Govinda bolo Hari Gopal bolo Radha Raman Hari Govinda bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopal bolo Radha Raman
Hari Govinda bolo.
Ekada dhanuruddhyanya vicharan mrigayam bane Mriganugata shranta shruddhi stutoshita shrayam Govinda bolo Hari Gopal bolo Radha Raman Hari Govinda bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopal bolo Radha Raman
Hari Govinda bolo.
Jalashayam Chakshanah Pravivesha Tamaksham Dadarsha Munimasinam Shantam Milinatalochanam Govinda bolo Hari Gopal bolo Radha Raman Hari Govinda bolo Bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopal bolo Radha Raman Hari Govinda. Raja Parikshit rides his horse one day. He had his crown on his head, big crown of gold on his head, and he goes riding his horse. He's hunting. Kings hunt those days. They hunted. In his hunting, he felt so thirsty, he got lost from his people. So he came to the ashram of Samik Muni, a saint. The sant was in meditation, deep meditation. He was not aware of his surroundings. Raja Parikshit pulls up with the horse and he looks at the saint. He didn't speak to the saint, he looks at him. And he expected, sitting on his high horse, having his throne on him, he expected the saint to get up and give him water. Right? The saint did not give him water. He did not give him the water. So what happens? Right? Anybody here knows, anybody here ever ride a horse before? Ever ride a horse before? Rocky, you ride horse before? Sabita, you ride horse? Okay. I used to ride donkey back in Guyana, but we didn't have, I rode a horse too. We had lots of horse in Cotton Tree. Don't underestimate our little village. You know what's the hardest part in riding a horse? It's easy to go up. You put your left foot or your right foot on the saddle, you hold the thing, you're going up. You gotta be a little fit too. Mahendra, you can't just, the horse not gonna pull you up, you know. You put your left foot on you. And when you come down, you gotta come down with your back foot. Nobody got that. Anybody here get back foot? Good, exactly. I don't know if you're awake, what? The easiest part of horse riding is going up the horse, you hold it. You know what is the most difficult part? What is the most difficult part? All them horse rider. Rocky? Huh? You got that right? Coming down. But if you're physically able, you know, you just hold it. You gotta stop the horse and so on. You gotta make sure you not move. And you gotta hold the saddle and come down with your back foot. But that is the most difficult part, to come down from a horse. You know why it's more difficult to come down from a horse? It's not the physical capability. Just come down like that. But you are riding on one of the earth's strongest animal, the horse. You ever hear them sell car and they said, this get 15 peacock power? Or 15 rat power? No, it's got 15 horsepower. Horsepower. Right? It's got 15 horsepower, 7 horsepower. They measure the power by horse. Certain things you can't change about people. How they speak, you can't change. I don't know how to say horse. I know how to say has. That is how I was raised, and I'm sorry about it. I don't know how to say water. I know how to say water. That is just how I was raised, and I'm not ashamed of it. Right? I live in this country 25 years now. I still can't say horse. I only know to say has. Has power they measure by. Power. You think you're riding the earth's, hard? You know how far those things run? You watch cowboy movies and they barely drink water. At the end of the day, they drink some water. Back home, when they chase cow and so they has. Late in the afternoon, they drink water. Earth's one of Earth's most powerful animal. It has stamina. It is powerful. It is obedient. You tell it go left, you go left, right, go left. You tell it, stop, it stop. You take your foot and you hit it a little bit, it runs. You enjoy that. You're riding the horse. It is doing exactly as you're telling it to do. You feel so good. You feel you're in command of the horse, right? Horse. You feel you're in command. You feel big and powerful. Now to get down from it, that is the most difficult part, because you're going to lose your power. You're going to lose your power. You had the power to control Earth's most powerful beast. Now getting down from it. You ever hear somebody tell you must get down from your high horse? Must get down from your high horse? Yeah, that's what it means. When you're riding a high horse, it means you're riding high. It means you have ego, you have pride. You can't let go of power. You can't let go of steering something. You feel so good with the horse, you can't get down. So getting down is the most difficult part psychologically. Therefore, in life, we must all remember that we must dismount first, then speak after. Why? Raja Parikshit sat on his horse, and then the saint sit down there, not getting up. So you know what he did? He felt offended. I'm a king. Look how high I'm sitting. And he can't even get up to give me water. He took his arrow and he lifted up a dead snake and placed it on the shoulder, around the neck of the saint. And he rode away. And when he did that, the saint had a son by the name of Shringi Rishi. The son Shringi heard about it. This is the same Shringi Rishi who performed the yajna for Raja Dashrath to get children. Huh? So powerful. He is no ordinary being. Aho adharma palanam pinam bali mujabiva swamithyanam yata dasanam dwarpanam shunamiva brahmano kshatra bandurhi dwarpalo nirupati sakatham tadgrihe dukhat sabhandambho tumargati. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. Shringi Rishi, the young saint, heard about this insult about his father. And he takes some water in his hand. Don't underestimate the power of the saintly people. Long ago, they did not pick up weapons, but their sadhana and their tapasya give them so much powers that if they give you a shrap, the soldiers had the ability to destroy you physically. But the weapons possessed by the Brahmanas those times, the people with divine capabilities, were more dangerous than the weapons. He took some water and he made a sankalp. And he says, for this adharma, for this unrighteous act done on my father, the king who placed this dead snake on my father, 7 days from today, 7 days from today, Takshak, the most deadliest of all snakes, will come and bite him to death. Bite him to death. And he lets go of the water. And that, when the king Parikshit went home, and he took out his golden crown, and he placed it wherever he places it, he finally realized what crime he'd committed. You know why? He was no longer sitting on his high horse. Number one, he dismounted from his high horse. Secondly, he told Kali Yuga, to go live in the in shambles. Kali Yuga was living in his crown to take revenge of him. Kali Yuga inspired him. We have to be careful with the crown that we wear in life. You have to be really careful with the crown we wear in life, so that the crown that you wear does not inspire you to do evil things. A little power can be very, very misleading. And when he places the crown, he realized what acts he did. You know what he did right away? He took an oath. He says, I will fast until I die. I have 7 days to live. If you have 7 days to live, what are you going to do? Right? I don't know where this thing called 7 days, all inclusive, but maybe it came from there, all inclusive, no? Eat and drink as much as you want. Parikshit did not subscribe for that. Parikshit says, I will fast until I die. Who does he bring? He brings Shukadev Mahamuni. Shukadev Mahamuni, the parrot-mouthed sage, came. And now the Bhagavat starts to narrate. The Bhagavatam starts to be narrated now, well, tomorrow technically. And when the mighty sage came and asked, what do you want, Parikshit? You're going to die in 7 days. He says, I want to hear about the glories of Sri Krishna. I want to hear about the glories of God. I have 7 days to live. I will not eat, I will not drink until I die. 7 days. And now he's going to start. Tomorrow when you come, Raja Parikshit asks, what does he ask? What should a dying man do? What should a dying man do? That is the question he asked Shukadev Mahamuni. Now you're probably asking, well, I don't know, when they're on a deathbed, I got to think about it. You may never have a chance to be on your deathbed. All of us here, we are dying. What should dying people do? Shukadev Mahamuni tomorrow is going to start the Bhagavatam and tell Raja Parikshit, what should a dying man do? When you come back tomorrow, we're going to discuss that, and we're going to get into the Bhagavatam, book 2. We're going to talk about Chatushloki Gita, Bhagavat, and we're going to have lots of fun. On behalf of our Shrotas and our temple, we want to thank you for being here today. And what are you going to leave with today, my friends? It is one message. All these things that I've tell you, Ashwatthama and everything, is for your knowledge and your richness of your knowledge. But tonight, go home and remember the horse. Remember the horse. All of us are riding some horse. When you pull up with your big 6x6 or 4x4 that you're driving, or whatever you're driving, or 10x10, beside a little car in a snowy day, you must remember you're on your horse. And, careful how you drive. If you're wearing a crown of power, careful how you speak, how you treat people. If you have influential position in life, that's your animal. That's your animal, your horse. Careful how you treat people. You can't be, I said it in the temple a few weeks ago. This earth will become a heaven when we can treat people the way we treat God. The way we treat God, we smile upon Bhagwan, bring the most beautiful fruits and give Bhagwan. We sing bhajans to Bhagwan. We are very pleasant when we're in front of Bhagwan. Do we do that when we see people? Treat people the way you would treat God, and this earth will become a heaven. Get down from your high horse. Get down from it. Never ever. It's good to ride it a little bit, enjoy the ride, but before you talk to somebody, dismount. Dismount, and then have a conversation. Mere sir par rakh do kanha. Kanha, I'm leaving tonight, Krishna, but I don't want to take pains and troubles and everything. What do I want to take with me, my Lord? Mere sir par rakh banwari, apne ye dono haath. Bhagwan, there's a lot of pains in my head. Tomorrow is the last work week of the day. Still, we got to go through it. But Prabhu, please put your hands on my head. Because when your hands go on my head, my problems disappear. When your hands go on my head, Prabhu, I am mentally stable. When your hands go on my head, my crown of power is removed, and your blessed hands purify me. O Krishna, mere sir par rak banwari, मेरे सिर पर रख बनवारी, अपने दोनों ये हाथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए। हो मेरे सिर पर रख बनवारी, मेरे सिर पर रख बनवारी, हो मेरे सिर पर रख बनवारी, अपने दोनों ये हाथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। देने वाले श्याम प्रभु से धन और दौलत क्या मांगे, श्याम प्रभु से मांगे तो फिर नाम और इज्जत क्या मांगे। देने वाले श्याम प्रभु से धन और दौलत क्या मांगे, श्याम प्रभु से मांगे तो फिर नाम और इज्जत क्या मांगे। मेरे जीवन में अब कर दे हो, मेरे जीवन में अब कर दे, मेरे जीवन में अब कर दे तू कृपा की बरसात, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। श्याम तेरे चरणों की धूली धन दौलत से महंगी है, एक नजर कृपा की बाबा नाम इज्जत से महंगी है। श्याम तेरे चरणों की धूली धन दौलत से महंगी है, एक नजर कृपा की बाबा नाम इज्जत से महंगी है। मेरे दिल की तमन्ना यही है हो, मेरे दिल की तमन्ना यही है, मेरे दिल की तमन्ना यही है, करूं सेवा तेरी बरकरार, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए
जन्म जन्म का साथ।
जन्म जन्म का साथ है तुम्हारा हमारा, तुम्हारा हमारा, जन्म जन्म का साथ है तुम्हारा हमारा, हम तुम्हारा हमारा। मेरे सिर पर रख दो कान्हा, मेरे सिर पर रख बनवारी, अपने दोनों ये हाथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ, देना हो तो दीजिए जन्म जन्म का साथ। बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की। We'll see all of you tomorrow evening 7 o'clock sharp. We were here to start. Please bring a friend out. It's a beautiful long weekend, nice weather, outdoors, and let's have fun and take away lots of bliss.
प्रेम से बोल श्री कन्हैया लाल भगवान की जय, व्यास भगवान की जय। I'm sure everyone would have taken away so many different things on how we can apply and better our lives. Vyasji spoke about the relationship with how we should have with Bhagavan he spoke about the 4 tenets of Dharma. And lastly, he told us to take away, to always remember to get off our horse. We have a few more things to do before we close. Some key dates to keep in mind. Saturday, September 2nd, we have Shri Krishna Janam Katha, the Leela Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Sunday, September 3rd, we have Govardhan Puja and Ras Leela. We have many more things coming up, but those are the next 2 that you should keep in mind. Before we do prasad, we will ask Auntie Lakshmi to come up and give the vote of thanks for tonight, after which we will do prasad and then following Arti.
Vyas Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Sri Krishna, Radhe Radhe. And I just want to say we're very blessed here today. As always, I think it was 13 years ago we started this. And every time you listen to our own, very own Vyasji, it sounds like something new again. Thank you, YG. Thank you for always narrating such a beautiful Katha, the Leela of Sri Krishna. I would like to say thank you to our Panditji. Thank you to our Kirtan Mandali. Tamesh, thank you very much for adding such a beautiful touch to tonight's Katha. Secondly, I would like to say thanks to Auntie Chandra and Uncle, who's not here, and her family to sponsor tonight. She's in her in-house sponsor, Auntie Kamal and her grandkids. Thank you very much, Auntie Kamal. Continue to celebrate your birthday until December 31st. Also, we have virtually Sister Nadira Ali and her family, and we have Pua Jagdev Rajkumar. Without these sponsorship, it's not possible for us to, pay our bills here. So if you're not a sponsor as yet, please do sponsor one of these sessions. Please, it's good. It's very good. You're doing good. It's very good. So please do sponsor one of these sessions. I would like to say a special thank you to our volunteers and our chef tonight, who's Dalchan and Omesh. Thank you very much. Please come out tomorrow again, and remember the Katha continue nightly from 7 to 9 p.m. until next Tuesday, followed by Shri Krishna Janamashmi. Jai Shri Krishna, and thank you, and see you tomorrow night again. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Auntie Lakshmi. Now those who have prasad, flowers, or dakshina to offer, you're all invited to come up. While this is happening, we will have bhajans.
सवरिया ले चल परदीपा सवरिया ले चल परदीपा कन्हैया ले चल परदीपा कन्हैया ले चल परदीपा जहाँ विराजे राधा रानी जहाँ विराजे राधा रानी हरे बेनी सरकार सवरिया ले चल परदीपा सवरिया ले चल जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से तारती। भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से तारती। अच्युतम् केशवम् कृष्णदामोदरं हरि, श्रीधरं माधवं वासुदेवं हरि हरि। ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मुक्ति पंथ, ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। ये अमर ग्रंथ, ये मुक्ति पंथ, ये पंचम वेद निराला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला, नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। हर ज्ञान यही वरदान है, जग के मंगल के आरती। भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। अच्युतम् केशवम् कृष्णदामोदरं हरि, श्रीधरं माधवं वासुदेवं हरि हरि। हे शांति दीप पावन पुनीत, पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला। हे शांति दीप पावन पुनीत, पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला। हे सुख करनी है दुख हरनी, ये मधुसूदन के आरती। भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती। अच्युतम् केशवम् कृष्णदामोदरं हरि, श्रीधरं माधवं वासुदेवं हरि हरि। ये मधुर बोल जग पंथ खोल, सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला, दिखाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, ये शांतिदीप पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला, हे सुख करनी हे दुख हरनी, हे मधुसूदन के आरती, भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती, भागवत भगवान की है आरती, पापियों को पाप से है तारती, अच्युतम केशवम कृष्णदामोदरम हरे, श्रीधरम माधवम वासुदेवम हरे हरे, अच्युतम केशवम कृष्णदामोदरम हरे, श्रीधरम माधवम वासुदेवम हरे हरे, वासुदेवम हरे हरे, वासुदेवम हरे हरे, वासुदेवम हरे हरे।
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। त्वमेव माता स पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणा त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। वन्दे देवोमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारिणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदां वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम्। अतुलितबलधामां हेमशैलावदेहं धनजवनकृशानं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। बोलिए श्री भागवत भगवान की, व्यास जी महाराज की, सुखदेव जी महाराज की, भवानी शंकर भगवान की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, श्रीवर रामचंद्र भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान जी महाराज की, विघ्न विनायक गणेश जी महाराज की, लक्ष्मी मैया की, शरणेश्वरी माता दुर्गा की, सरस्वती मैया की, सत्यनारायण भगवान की, सूर्यनारायण भगवान की, गंगा मैया की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, गौ माता की, सेवन्तिका वकुल चंपक पाटलब्जे पुन्नागजातिकर वीर रसाल पुष्पे बिल्वा प्रबाल तुलसे दल मंजरे भे स्तम पूजयामि जगदीश्वर में प्रसिद्ध नाना सुगंध पुष्पाणि यथा कालोद्भवानि च पुष्पाञ्जलिर्मया दत्त गृहाणां परमेश्वरो सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनो हरे बोलिए भागवत भगवान की व्यास जी महाराज की श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की भवानी शंकर भगवान की नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो तवाराधना
Arti and Charitamrita will be shared at the door, and Bhojan is prepared for everyone downstairs.